What's going on, YouTube? I wanted to share a video with you on my thumbnail process and my storyboard process. And let's go. All right. My first step, my suggestion to you guys is if you're not doing your own comic, talk to your editor and your writer and collaborate with them. My son wrote this story for our first comic, Verdandi. And after he wrote it, and after I designed the characters, we collaborated. And I wanted to know what he was thinking about some of the scenes. And after I read it, what I could tell him about what I thought in my head was some scenes. Make sure you do that step. All right, you want to kind of be coherent with whoever you're writing with or whoever you're working for. Okay? Because sometimes these people think that you're mind readers, and then you draw it and they're like, no, do it again. And that's something that you want to try to avoid. I do my thumbnails on a 8x11 sheets of paper. You can get this at Amazon or Walmart for very cheap. I think it's like $5.99 or $6, including taxes. My thumbnails are very, very rough at first. I take notes down and I go very rough with these sketches. Okay? Like this, for example. I'm sorry, this was the only sheet of paper that I could find from the story that I'm working on. And I couldn't find any more. The bottom half has something totally different, but it does connect with this page. Okay? With that being said, I go real rough. Right? This is a 5-panel sequential page. And you just doodle, man. Doodle, like character placement, perspective, your text, your word bubbles, where you want to place all that stuff at, figure all that stuff out in your very rough thumbnails. This is what I do. A lot of people don't do it this way, but I feel comfortable doing it this way. Then I go into my second stage of thumbnails. Okay, now Gorm is going head to head with the Beast, but the Beast figures that he's a shapeshifter, so he figures, let me shapeshift into a bison so I can take this guy out real quickly. And what he fails to realize is Gorm is a beast. He's a beast. So he sticks the beast runs right to him, and he sticks this beast right in the dome piece, right in the head. Okay? So I wanted to, in the story, my son has it that the sword that he sticks in the head of this bison is engulfed by the beast. Okay? So we wanted to show that the sword was sinking through the skull of this bison into the womb or into the stomach of the beast. So I wanted to show that the sword was going through its head. The only problem I had with it was the placement of the heads of the bison. I wanted to change that. You'll see that in the next page. Well, you'll see that in 2 more pages. The 4th panel, the beast rises because the bison rises because the beast is trying to get out of this vessel and trying to go toe to toe again with Gorm. So I liked it, but I just didn't like the placement of where Gorm was at. It looked a little off and odd. And then this panel, which is on the next page, I don't know why I was trying to do this yet, because it didn't show anything. It just showed the beast just showing up out of nowhere, and I had to do a little more storytelling to show that the beast was coming out of that bison vessel. So this panel I had to eliminate, which I put on the next page of the story. So second part, actually, you could literally put this page right on Clip Studio Paint and start inking it, but I knew that it wasn't legible. It wasn't storytelling at I know what I'm capable of doing. So again, the head placement on the bison. Love the fact that I put the speed lines on the handle of the sword, but the head placement was off. It has to be legible. And for me, it's like if you're a new reader and you never read comics before, and you look at this and you're questioning it, I'm not doing my job. Again, the fourth panel was dope. I lowered the beast a little bit. Still felt like something was off. Now I felt like, all right, I gotta show something. I gotta storytell here and show that the beast is coming out of the bison vessel, but it looked a little flat. So I didn't like that. I even took notes down. It looked so flat that I had to draw another unnecessary panel of the beast's face. Pretty boy. Third rendition of this. Got the head placement right. Loved it. Need to add more speed lines, and then I want to add a little, little something else, and that's what I will do when it comes down to the Bristol board. One quick message: when you are doing your thumbnails, it's gonna happen. You're gonna change things around. Even when you're on the Bristol board on the Clip Studios, you're gonna change. Things are not going to line up. They're not going to be set in stone. There's going to be certain things that you're going to run into. It may look good at first, but things will change. And don't get mad at yourself. If you have to do it over again, then do it over again. If it's your passion, you're just going to love it anyway. And you're just going to get better at storytelling. So, don't be mad at yourself. So in the fourth panel here, I moved Gorm to the left. And then you can see that the beast a little more clearly. You can see the ripping. Loved it. That's what I'm keeping. And then the fifth panel showed that the beast was coming out. I'm going to have blood coming all out of here. And it's going to look like an explosion. Like he's just flying right out of the vessel. This is my process. This is my process. Remember what I said. I think you should talk to your editor. If you're not doing it yourself, talk to your editor, your writer, collaborate. Then do your thumbnails. Storyboards. There's videos. Like I said, there's videos out there. I like looking at the storyboard guys because they're movie guys. And basically a comic book it's like a movie. For me, it's look at those guys because those guys can really give you some great information. And go rough. I like to do details though, because details it makes it a lot more easier for me to do it on the Bristol board or on Clip Studio Paint because I already got the details lined up. And it's much quicker at the last stage of penciling, okay? Or Clip Studios, whatever you want to do. All right, these are the storyboards here. These are some of my storyboards. You see, this is what I showed you earlier in the one rough. Gorm's going toe to toe and he sticks that thing right in the head. Sticks the beast right in the head. And it's a lot more detail. I got a lot more detail. And it's much easier. Write notes. It's a lot more easier. To me it's I feel comfortable with it, and that's the whole thing. Whatever makes you feel comfortable, do it that way. You don't have to listen to me. You don't. This is another page. Our seer, Astrid, she's dope. She's real fly. She's real fly. She's not in the story until the almost midway end of the story. She shows up. But yeah, she's dope. So yeah, I hope this was helpful. You guys out there who are searching for knowledge, I hope this was very helpful. And there's so many videos out on YouTube that have information. So search, do a little homework. It's okay, but don't stay in that homework mindset. Don't keep studying, just start applying. Because the more you apply, the more you're going to get better. All right, guys. Peace out. Good luck. God bless. See you in the next video.